Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Tom didn't want to be in this one, so he sat in the other room. But yes, so today I am going to be talking about how we booked our Disney World holiday through TUI and just tips you need to know about them and things that I would say to do before you book with them. I'm going to say that this isn't sponsored by them at all. I'm just wanting to let you all know how to book with TUI, because when I was looking to book my first Disney World holiday I had no idea who to go with, who was the best. I've never been before, so I'm just going to let you know how I booked with TUI and everything that they did to help me with our first holiday to Florida. So the first thing I'd say to do is actually just shop online and make sure that they are the cheapest people to go with to start with, because for me I would go through the biggest airlines or like holiday, what are they called? I'd go through the biggest travel company, but I would want the cheapest deal from either of them. So I wouldn't go with someone who's very small who I've never heard of before, but I wouldn't want to go with the most expensive person just because they're the biggest name. So we decided to go for TUI because they were the cheapest that I found, actually by about £400, which really surprised me because everyone was exactly the same. Then TUI was about £400 cheaper, and I wasn't really too sure why, but it was legit and everything was fine, so I decided to do that. But if you do find that they are the cheapest for you, I would definitely say if you're going to go in store to do it with them so that you have a travel agent like talking you through it, definitely make sure you get the same deal in the place that you go into the store. Make sure you get the same deal there as you did online, so make sure you take a screenshot or have the webpage up on your phone or something like that when you go in, because they will charge you for like the help that they're giving you. But if I did say that there was a deal online that I found, so they knocked it all off, and it was something like £350 that they were wanting to charge me, which is basically bumping it back up to the same price as the other travel agencies were charging, so I wanted the same deal so it was cheaper. I would also recommend to go into the store and do it with a travel agent, because they were very, very, very helpful. They tell you everything that you need, so like the travel insurance, your ESTA that you need to get. They recommended that you get that as close to your holiday as you can, because well, not as close like days, but like a month before you go, so then it will last for 2 years. So if you want to go again in that next 2 years, maybe a similar time to when you're going now, it will still be valid. But things like that, so ESTAs, travel insurances, travel money, they give you a like quote on how much money you want to take with you and how much their exchange rate is at the moment, and all things like that. They print everything out there for you, so if you don't have a printer they'll do that for you and everything. They'll give it you all in a little folder. It's all sorted, everything's done. Then if you're paying it straight out and you have the money to do it straight away, then it's all sorted, just straight away done. Another thing that you can do is link your holiday to your My Disney experience straight away, so you'll get your booking reference for your holiday and your hotel and everything if you're staying on site, and you can put that straight into My Disney experience maybe the day after or the day after that, so 2 days after, straight in, and it will all come up. Disney will have all your information. They're very quick at sending it, and your hotel should be on there, your tickets, you can sort out linking it with the people that you're going with and everything like that, and it should just go straight on there. It's very quick and easy. Again, they do things as well. They have not only Disney, but you can book Universal tickets, SeaWorld, so Aquatica, Volcano Bay, all of that. They have those on their website. It's a thing called TUI tickets, so they take you to different places, but they don't take you, but you can get tickets through them as well and put it onto your like whole holiday costs, so you know how much everything altogether is going to cost. So we booked Disney and Universal, so we have Disney tickets and Universal tickets through TUI. Our Disney tickets are linked onto our My Disney experience, and Universal we have a printed out ticket, which I'm assuming when we get there we'll take up to the ticket office and they'll give us our tickets after scanning the barcode on that. That's how I'm assuming it's going to work, but if you watch our vlogs when we go, I'll show you how it works when we're there. So also with TUI, they are very good. You can add anything you need, so upgrades or anything, extra baggage allowance, anything like that, until the day that you go. So if you decide that you've packed and you're like, oh, my suitcase is way heavier, you can add it on rather than paying when you get to the airport. You can just add it onto your holiday, and it won't be, well, an extra cost to do that, but there won't be any like charge for doing it late. You can just do it whenever you want. The tip I would give about getting what you want on the plane is seats. So we wanted to sit next to each other like everybody does, but you don't have to book seats. Like, they might assign you seats, but they could be the opposite ends of the plane. They charge you to choose which seats you want, so choose to sit next to each other. I think it was something like £60 for the return flight, so 4 seats for 60 quid, which I don't think is that bad, £15 a person per flight. But they do charge you for that, which is a bit, like, stingy really. But yeah, so they charge you for that, but you can also choose to have premium seats or extra legroom seats. We decided that we were going to have extra legroom seats about 14 weeks before we are due to go, and we were like, oh yeah, we'll book that. So we decided we'll pay that, and it came up, we did it in store with the lady that's been dealing with our holiday, and then it turns out that there's only 2 seats left, but they're not next to each other, they're in front and behind. For the flight that we're on, we don't particularly want to be sitting away from each other. We'd rather sit next to each other and also be able to talk to each other and watch films together. But they weren't available, so we had to then cancel that. Whereas if we'd have done it at home, the travel agent said that they would have charged you a fee, amendment fee, to take that off, so that you can downgrade essentially to just picking seats, which you can't do until I think it's 12 weeks before you fly. So 12 weeks before your return flight, you can book your seats for your 2 flights. But you're downgrading from extra legroom to that, but they're going to charge you to do that. So the fact that we did it in with the travel agent, meant that she rang up the head office, they took that off, and they didn't charge us the amendment fee to be able to do that, because we'd literally done it a second earlier. And then she put it back onto the normal pick your seats, and we did that with her then in the, no we didn't, we did it at home I think a couple of days later, and we got seats next to each other in a good place where we wanted to be. Tom wanted a window seat, so we were able to get that, which is good. Whereas if we'd have done it at home, it would cost us a little bit more, because we would have had to then pay to take the extra legroom off, and premium was all sold out as well, so we just went for the normal seats and it was all fine. Okay, and the last thing I am going to say about TUI is the fact that they allow you to pay your holiday in instalments if you didn't want to pay it straight out. And it's not an instalment where it's like you have to pay £100 each month. It's you have until 12 weeks before you go to pay for your holiday. So if you want to come in each week and just pay £100, or if you want to come in and pay £200, or whatever you want to pay, if you want to pay how we did it, we paid half of it at the halfway mark, and then the other half about a week before the deadline was, and that just works better for us. But you can do it however you want, however your budget works, however your income works, just whatever you fancy, as long as it's paid before 12 weeks before you go, then they're happy. Just do what you want, go in store and pay it by cheque, card, cash, whatever you fancy. They'll just sort that out for you. They're very good. Any problems, they'll sort it out. So our Universal tickets, I wasn't sure if we could link them to the Universal app. It turns out you can't until you get there with your actual physical tickets. But I just emailed her and asked her, and she emailed back straight away and was very nice about it and just let us know what we had to do, and that was all great. So I hope this video has helped some of you decide what travel company you want to book with, whether you want to book with TUI if it's cheapest for you. I think they're going to be very good. I'm going to see what the plane's like. We now go in 64 days, which is very exciting. 64 days, Tommy! Yeah, fast pass on Monday. Woo, which will be a video next week for you to see how we did that through Disney Experience. If you are wondering how to do that, we'll show you how we did ours first time experience. You excited? Yeah. Can you hear him? It's funny. He's so cute, he's excited. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a very good trip if you're planning yours, or if you're just about to go, or if you're deciding whether you want to go. I hope you have very much fun planning your trip as much as we have. We're going to go sit down and decide our last fast passes for the last few days now. So yeah, I'm so excited. 64 days and counting. Bye!